my I Ching book again. You can look up other I Ching books, but the images in the other Ching book, the I Ching books are a little bit more seemingly negative. Okay, so let's just, this is the main theme, and this theme has been the whole time it's in Leo. This theme, no, not oppression, exhaustion. That's not that one, thank you. That you've passed. No, that one you never got back to. If it went further back, if it retrograded back another 6 degrees, you'd have years in the hexagon of oppression, exhaustion, which you're not getting to, thank goodness. You're in before completion. Inappropriateness. Why it's called inappropriateness is all the lines, broken solid, broken solid, broken solid, they're one after the other, evenly there, but it's broken in an odd place, solid in an even place. So they're all complementary, but not the perfect. After completion is when it's solid, broken, solid, broken, solid, broken, odd in an odd line, broken. And that's the perfect balance. That's the completion. This is before completion. It's Leo, it's too independent. You're working on completing things. Aquarius is when it completes itself. So, okay. But this is the theme that's been going on for you since, what was it, 2007, when Venus went into Leo, and it stays there till 20, well, I forget what it goes on to. It goes past, it's about 2029, I think, or 2030 something. Okay, here we go. Fire above, water below. Lightning in a storm. Clarity without discrimination within. What is appropriate is obvious. One can be intolerant of the smallest faults. The challenge is to improve one's character before questioning the character of others. Okay, this is before completion. You have to work on yourself first. Fix your own stuff first. Surrender to the greater good. Inappropriate action cannot be maintained for long. A time of holding together. Examine problems. Let need determine the action. One must be worthy to take the lead. Words must be heard. The strong need guidance. So there's an inner reflectiveness around here. It's not about the bravado, it's about getting the inner sincerity and the heartfelt centering. The judgment, clarity without, doubt within. One's inadequacies become apparent. And we're looking emotionally at the emotional things here. To succeed, one must work on the roots of character. Good intentions are not enough. If one does not practice what one preaches, humiliation will soon follow. One can see the danger. One is challenged to take the right approach. Okay, this is the whole time. During this time, it really, this intense period, the most peak of this, the last 3 years, she's been going through the whole classes of astrology, re-going over everything she knows as something she liked and wanted to do, along with music and dance and a bunch of other things too. But just, this was this revulsion, and it's staying in that area till 2022. So the ability to, it's like, you've got all this knowledge, you have to start being able to work with it and use it out, or you have to be stretching it out to apply it more than just taking it in out of your personal insecurity. When your emotions get security, nothing's going to stop you. So I'm just talking loosely now. When you see these individual lines change, it really stayed in this one line of line 3. It was in line 2 in 10, 11, 12, 13, and then it will be in line 2 from 2022 to 27. So you can get these phases for line. I didn't mark them all in so clearly here. I've marked them on the side. But the 64 line 3, we'll go look at line 3. This is the specific thing for this degree within the hexagon. There's 6, each line is a degree, so there's 6 degrees. But we're just going to look at, maybe we can take a quick look at the second, because when you came out of it and you're going back into it. The second was confident of the solution. One acts when one should not. This is not appropriate. Problems get magnified and increases like you're pushing too hard. One works on one's own problems but helps no one. Misfortune. One sees what one wants and goes for it. If one is not considerate of others, difficulties will increase. So this was happening before you came into this phase, like that's 2010 to 2013 or 2014. Now it's come in, and it will be, this challenge will come again. You have to use what you have to be helping others not just hiding away. So with Venus and Leo to be hiding away, that's partly the sector and partly the Virgo theme inside of it, but it's really not the nature of the Leo to hide away. 6 in the third place. This is right now, and this is since 2014. Incompetence. One sees the difficulties but does nothing to help. When one finally comes, it will be too. When finally comes, it will be too late to make a difference. So there's a sense of inertia in this. It's too late. I can't do this. It's not defining. It's just giving you themes around it. Problems increase. Questionable characters prevail. Words of encouragement will not be heard. Inadequate effort, deviance from duty. One invites criticism. Humiliation will not be far behind. Okay, there's all these things. So those are distractions. So you've had your astrology, you're smart, you're supposed to be writing your own book, building up your career and working with it. And you haven't had the confidence to do that. Things kept coming up and disrupting it and disturbing it. Right up to still happening. But there's a new attitude, your emotional shifting. It's not backing up anymore. You know what you're dealing with. You're turning it around, these other things will come up and you watch them and you'll be detached and in a different relationship to them. So that's the third place. This third place line, it's really transformative. Like, how do you describe these interchanges? It's described outwardly, like the hexagram. The next hexagram is the Virgo one. It's we're still okay, so we can get to this. This is 29. It's the abyss. Abyss is line 1. Abyss line 1. Okay, here we go. Here's the abysmal water. Okay, the abyss really is the idea of it's the abysmal water below, water above, but really it's like dark, dangerous water. The water is the waters of the mind, and it's too much discrimination. If you're thinking too much, and talking to other things. So if you're analyzing your emotions too much, you can get into a dark state or an inhibited state. So it's pointing to that in there, but this is sort of reinforcing that one line, which we just read, that points to this inertia within this anyways. So some discrimination is needed, but this is the theme within it, which is going through this phase. The abyss above and the abyss below, water above and water below, critical without, critical within, danger of too much analysis. Without a change of attitude, it will be difficult to find good helpers. One will feel obliged to do everything oneself. How could that possibly be? So when you hear this, it may not be exact for everything, but it's hitting nerves on issues that you're dealing with. We're talking Venus emotions as we're talking about it, but out in the world, it can be attitudes to money, dealing with what you want or how you want things. It's interesting that water above water, the abyss above, water above, water below, and you went out of your way to put a fountain in your backyard, and you made the water go into, so you had the water fountain going in the backyard, and just as you did it, it became and you changed the whole backyard, planted some trees, did some things. Then Uranus hits and you're not sure how stable it is. Okay, so you can see the brooding with the abyss inside. I'm just taking this example. This is like contemporary right now. Now, health and hygiene, danger upon danger. Discrimination over the corners of the mouth. Great care is needed over what goes in and what comes out of the mouth. Too much negativity can destroy. To be sparing of words is helpful. If you don't have something good to say, don't say it. Concentrate on self-improvement. Danger can be diminished, but not by empowering it. Brooding will increase the danger. Good food, good drink, simple exercise, or nothing. Set an example. Cleanliness is coast to divine. Well, really, it's interesting because even in your backyard, which I've seen once, you've been trying to fix it up, make it nicer, make it more beautiful, get rid of the critical things, make it nicer, block out some neighbors and different things. So you've been working on fixing these things because they were emotionally unsettling. So then it says, difficulties within, difficulties without, powerful position with limited resources. Strong motivation, weak application. Power is in one's inner depth, accompanied by a lack of self-discipline. A position of authority with moderate support. If one does not keep busy here, does not keep busy, there will be trouble. If one does not keep others busy, there will be trouble. So much to do, so little time. There's more to read. That's the basic theme of it. Okay, and that's this whole period. So now we're going to go look at the lines of this. It went from line 1 to line. It's just stayed in line 1. Yeah, it does go. It just goes into line 1 and backs up. It doesn't go through the whole 6 of them. So if this was like going back a whole nother degree, if it went back to 26 degrees, you would have all 6 of the lines to go through. But it really just stays in the first line. Tired and overcritical. One holds back when one should act. One sits in darkness and doubt. Difficulty at the beginning. There are obstacles on the path. It will take time to overcome one. It furthers one to be persevering. One is not yet ready to lead. Resources are misused. One appears less than virtuous. Doubts will increase. So these are emotional puzzles going on while this is going on. It's not a right or wrong. It's just saying, this is an alert thing. This is alerting you. This is what you got to deal with. Get centered. What's your emotions? So you're working through this and you're sifting out what doesn't belong, what's not good, and the criticism is sort of good. Too much criticism is paralyzing. That you're not together. If you were together and things were all together, you wouldn't be reassessing this. It wouldn't be here. So this is your uniqueness on this. And the hexagram, so that's, okay, let's just take it one step further. We'll go, in this case, we'll go down to the third hexagram, the one runs for just 10 minutes of degree, or 20 minutes of degree. There it is, it's hexagram 3, line 6, just this whole time. And hexagram 3 is going to be way up here, the beginning of Capricorn.